Chants. Written and narrated by Annye Castonguay. 1000 words. Written January 2016. Recorded July 2nd, 2017. Chance. It is certainly by chance that I found myself in a bed and breakfast in the small village of Keliki, a 15-minute drive north of Ubud in Bali, Indonesia. A town easy to miss if you're not looking for it. I got into an unmarked car in Sanur, about 45 minutes southeast of Ubud. When I showed the driver the address, he didn't know where it was. That might have raised a flag for some people, but not me. We were headed north, and I had a phone number. What could go wrong? A few turns and a couple of phone calls later, I was getting off in front of Cross Warung, next door to my princess room, in a local family home. Just outside the warung, a tall, slender Balinese man was cooking on a grill. Annye had a warm and very welcoming handshake. He wore cut-off pants at the knees and a camouflage print headband over his black hair. He had the most disarmingly genuine smile. I liked him immediately. I could tell he was a bad boy, and I loved him for that. I ordered the fish, a small one. Not too spicy, please, with rice, to go, or as they say, take away. His English was good enough for us to communicate. I was thankful. He was inquisitive, earnest, and easy to talk to. I ate my supper on the small table on my balcony. I enjoyed the view from the second floor, as well as the fish, although I forgot how bony they are. I spent the next day in Ubud doing touristy things away from the other tourists. When I came home late that afternoon, Annye was happy to see me. I decided to order the chicken this time, to go again. I sat down and we chatted while he cooked. He inquired about my day, where I went, if I liked it. I left with my supper in a bag. "See you tomorrow, maybe," said Annye with a smile. "See you tomorrow," I replied with a smile that lingered long after I left. The chicken was really good. The next day, Friday the 8th, was an important religious holiday. I decided to postpone my tourist circuit until the following day. Instead, I planned to chill for a while and go for a walk late in the day. I rode, napped, but I soon got restless. They were digging a well on the property and the noise was maddening. It was time to pay Annye a visit. As always, he was happy to see me. I decided to eat in. He was very pleased, and that made me happy. He asked how my day was. I mentioned the restlessness. He offered to take me to a local waterfall. I accepted in the same breath. He pulled the bike out, and there I was, riding on the back of a motorcycle with a boy I hardly knew, going God knows where, no helmet. It felt so good to be pressed against him ever so slightly. The wind tousled my hair. My soul suddenly spread its wings. It really didn't matter where we were going. He took me to a fresh water source, water pure enough to drink. That alone is nearly a miracle in Indonesia. The water came through 4 pipes kitty-cornered from a sunken temple, well below road level, but above water level. It was incredibly simple, yet perfect. I washed my face and wet my hair. Annye washed his face and watched me delight in that fresh water. He explained it is where the villagers get their drinking water from. He thought he should have brought a bottle, but forgot. I felt as if I had been let in a huge secret. I'm not sure that source has seen many foreigners. We walked back to the bike, talking and laughing like children on a summer day at the lake. Later that evening, I went back to the warren for dinner. Since it was a holiday, my friend's cafe was buzzing with his friends and some of the local boys, all wearing traditional sarong, white shirt, and hat. It's been a long time since I won a popularity contest, but that night I did, hands down. That aside, I had a really nice time talking with everyone. In case I have not mentioned this before, the people of Keliki are extremely friendly. Annye worked non-stop. He didn't have time to chat, but he made sure I had everything I needed. I eventually got up and bid him good night. "See you tomorrow," said Annye with conviction. "See you tomorrow," I replied with a smile that lingered long after I left. I went home that night, full of new knowledge about the people of that wonderful village progress has not yet spoiled. The next day, I came back late and famished from my sightseeing. I ordered the ribs this time. The man makes a mean rib. He sat with me while I ate, and he shared about his life, his ideas, and I shared about my life and my ideas. He asked me if I wanted to go to a cockfight. At first, the idea horrified me, but how often would such an opportunity arise? Thankfully, the cockfight was over quickly. Next, we went to a game of chance akin to roulette. I watched, fascinated. We talked and we laughed while riding back. I felt a freedom whose existence I had forgotten. I enjoyed being close to him, close enough so my head would be next to his, over his shoulder. That night his helper was cooking, so Annye and I talked until late in the evening. I knew the two of us would get into a lot of trouble. The thought alone made me very happy. "See you tomorrow," said Annye with authority. "See you tomorrow," I replied with a smile that continues to linger. Chance.